Hello, welcome to Chosen One and his girls. I just thought I'd come on here and talk to you guys today about some things that's really bothered me. Um, you know, when I was growing up, we didn't have all these drug overdoses and what have you. It was a lot different. And, but today, it seems like that's all you hear about. All you hear about is just horrible, horrible things, especially in the northern area of the United States. You hear about, the Ohio area having so many overdoses that after twice, the third time they come out, after that, it's done. You can't even call 911 to get help for somebody who overdoses. And in talking about the ladies from Detroit, we have begun to realize that this heroin is really bad there. They can't just, stop doing that drug like you can crack or meth or smoking weed. And yes, weed is a drug. I believe that. I'm sorry. That was the first drug I ever tried. Back when I was growing up, the worst thing that we saw was weed. And at that point in time, it was the worst thing in the world, to know somebody who smoked pot, It was like a horrible thing, or drinking. And now, people are legalizing it in different states, and it's no longer considered a drug. It's considered a medicine. And, what's next? What's the next thing? They have these things, these places that you can go and actually shoot up drugs, heroin, for instance, even given heroin to do, almost like a clinic. I've heard of those. Those things are just, that's the problem. A lot of these ladies, I'm sure, didn't go out and just become addicted to heroin. A lot of people wind up going to a doctor for a bad tooth, for a broken bone, for just pain. And they become addicted to pain medicine without even realizing they're addicted. Then the next thing you know, what's went on here in the United States, and I guess in other countries, the doctors just cut you off of it. They think, okay, you've had time to heal, we will stop the meds. Well, guys, when that happens, people are getting sick, and their pain's coming back. Their body's aching all over. They think they don't realize what's happening is that they're withdrawing from those pain pills. So they go back to the doctor, and they wind up getting more, and they realize they need them. And that's where these addictions are coming from. It's not always, I'll go out here and try heroin. And I'm sure a lot of these ladies got addicted just this way. But you're condemning them, you're putting them down. And see, when pills became a problem, and they started realizing that was what people were doing, they were buying them in the street, they started cutting people's medicine out. Even old people who really need that medicine, they're cutting their medicine out. That's why all these pharmacies are being sued. But then what's happened is people go out and they're trying to find a way to, get rid of their body aches and pains, and they're winding up doing heroin to replace that opiate pill, and once they try that, it's over. They really are addicted to a drug that they can't just stop. It's not like other drugs. That's what people don't seem to realize. You can't just quit. And no, I've never done heroin. Never will. But I have taken pain medication. I had cancer one time. And, had I been exposed to the same things that a lot of these people have today, when that went on with me and couldn't get my pain medicine, who knows, maybe I would have tried it to get relief from what I was feeling. But There are Suboxone clinics, methadone clinics now, and these people really need that medical assisted medication to help them get off of that stuff. They really do. But the problem with that is these clinics want to keep you there. They keep going up, 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 up with the medication dosage. And we don't want to go up, up, up. What they should be doing is weaning them off the drug first, stabilizing them, and then coming down with the medical dosage, But they're not doing that. And that, again, is the doctor's fault, or whoever is prescribing the dosage for the medicine. And I'm sure at a later time we'll be discussing that too, because that's why people are saying these clinics are bad. It's not that the clinic is bad. It's not that the medicine is bad. What's bad is the people who are not bringing the people back down off of it. They're letting them remain on it for years and years, when they should be on it and off of it within a year. That's the problem. That is the problem. But anyway, back to the girls. They need help out there. Not just there, everywhere. But for a lot of you sitting and condemning people for giving them money, I've heard the same thing. When I was using drugs, and I did use, my drug of choice was cocaine. I would, go out and find odd jobs. I never, got out here and had to do any crazy stuff, prostitution or anything like that. Never did that. Never had to do that. But there was a lot of times that people wouldn't even have me work. They would just hand me the money. I never even washed the window or swept the floor. And, you can't sit and tell me that these people spend everything on the drugs. That's not true. It's simply not true. I still smoke cigarettes. I still eat. I still drink drinks. I've done all of that. And I had to buy that. Nobody gave that to me. So these people are doing that as well. They're also, what you don't understand about, say, Maddie and Gerald, or Becky, for instance. When you see them on these videos, a lot of times, you're not seeing somebody who's stoned out of their mind. They're not passed out. And usually, heroin, when somebody does it, they'll nod out. They'll, that's what it does to you. And then as it begins to wear off, you're just at a normal position, I guess. And, that's what you're seeing. You're not seeing high. And maybe here and there you're seeing some high from another drug, maybe crack or cocaine or something, the hyperness. But, from the heroin, no. That's not a heroin high. Those people are taking that stuff just to be normal, just to feel like a normal, everyday person like you feel every day without having to take anything. That's what it's doing for them. They've already got to that place in the addiction that, right now all they're doing is trying to be normal. And without it, they're sick. They're deathly sick, laying in the bed like they have the flu, throwing up, cold, hot sweats, can't eat, can't sleep. That's what it does to the body. And you guys need to, instead of being so vindictive and hateful, if you don't want to give to them, that's fine. Nobody's asking you to give to them. But if you want to give and you want to donate to them, who is these people out here to tell anybody what to do with their own money? That's what pisses me off. That's nobody's business what you do with your money. It's nobody's business what I do with mine. If I want to hand $1 out to every drug addict on the corner, that's my business, because that's my money. So for the trolls, if you don't like it, don't watch it. Simple as that. Because you're not going to change anybody's mind if they want to give to somebody. And God says to be good to everybody, not just certain people. And that includes the drug addict. That includes the homeless man or woman. And no, not all homeless people are drug addicts. That's another thing that I can't stand, to hear people think and say, everybody that's homeless, the reason they're homeless is they're drug addicts, they're drunks, they're this or that. No, a lot of them were just in a situation where they maybe had to leave their home, especially a lot of women. Maybe because of a abusive relationship or, different things cause homelessness. It's not always alcohol or drugs. But I just wanted to come on here today and kind of give my point of view on that. I know some of you will have some comments for me that aren't very nice and think I need to pull my head out of my ass, but no. I know a little more than what you seem to know, because unless you've been there, you can't talk about it. You can't say what's what, because you simply don't know, okay? You simply don't know. You guys like, share, and subscribe to my channel. We're going to start having some discussions and, on some different topics, and not just the ladies of Detroit, Tom, we still want to see you get back out there and do some interviews. And Frank Nitty, woody whoop whoop, how you doing, buddy? You guys have a wonderful day. Peace.